All right, hi guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Tech with Body White. And we've talked to a phone dealer, we've talked to a parfait dealer. So today we want to talk to a developer, a full stack developer. I'm guessing you. In fact, he is an amazing guy. So come with me. Let's explore together. So with me today, I have the amazing, the talented Mr. David, the CEO of Oudtech, right? And Oudtech. So welcome, Mr. David.
Thanks so much.
It's a pleasure having you here with us. So this is originally a tech channel, but it's funny that we've not really discussed anything that is tech related. We've not really spoken to people to find out their roles in tech. So you'll be our very first tech guest. So thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
Pleasure is mine.
All right. So Mr. Dave, can you tell us? Hope you don't mind me calling you Mr. Dave. Some people find it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
So Mr. Dave, can you tell us a little bit about you, yourself? Who is David? Let's start from there.
All right. Good day, guys. Okwudiri David Okwudiri by name, and I'm just a tech bro. All right. I'm someone who has always had the heart for creating things instead of being on the consumer end. So yeah, so that's how the journey has been so far. Hopefully we'll get to talk about it as we progress.
All right, thank you so much. So your company is called the Oudtech. First time when I saw it, I thought it was perfume.
Okay, yeah.
Arabian oud, black oud. So please just walk us through. What do you do at Oudtech? How did you come about the name Oud? Because it's a very unique name. When I heard it, I was like, wow, this is creative. So how did you come about that?
Okay, so firstly, before Oudtech, it was Duo Group. It was Duo Group, and they are like my initials, David Okwudiri. But in the process of like trying to get registered, Duo Group wasn't available.
Yeah.
So I had to revert the initials, and also it's still significant. It's symbolic in the sense that oud, oud perfumes are from a particular wood, scented wood and all that. So the oud actually leaves a lasting impression on whoever smells it. So whoever comes in contact with us gets a lasting impression for whatever we build for them.
Wow.
So it's more than just the initials.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. That's very smart, Okay, what do you do at Oud Technologies, like Oudtech? What do you guys do? What kind of projects do you handle?
Okay, so basically we are a software development agency. We're in software development. Your websites, your web apps, your mobile apps. We build all those, and that's what we do basically. Software development.
How long have you been on this tech? How long have you been a tech bro?
It started during coronavirus, after the coronavirus break.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when it started. So let's say 5 years now.
Yeah. Isn't it what you studied in school?
So what I studied is very different. I studied petroleum engineering in Futo, Federal University of Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our petroleum engineer na tech now. I want to take our job. No one will do with you now.
As I see it.
Yeah. How has the journey been so far for you?
A tech journey. Well, it has been, it has been,
Everybody, I can't really say because everyone has different experience when it comes to tech. So we just want to know your own experience.
Our experience.
Yeah.
Well, it has been good generally. It has been good, and I would say it has been a bit of unpredictable. Where I started from is not where I am now.
Certainly.
So it's just like while I'm progressing, new chapters keep unlocking and unfolding. Even till now, like there are still chapters that are unlocking and unfolding. So it has been good so far. And then there are always challenges around, but we got help. That's been good.
Hallelujah. That's what we love to hear. So your company, are you the do you have a team that you work with, or just you?
Oh, yeah, I have a team. When I was working alone was when it was dual group,
Okay.
but now it's a team. Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask how this team structure is? Do you have like um let's say do you have a graphic designer? Do you have a front end person, a project
Okay.
manager? Like how like what are the roles of the members of the team currently?
All right. So, firstly, at the top of the chain, we have the core team.
Yeah.
The core team comprises of myself and the co-founders. That's Gospel and Thank God. Who respectively, Gospel is a full stack developer, and Thank God is a UI UX designer.
Okay. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. Good guys. So after that, we have sub teams. We have our media team. That's where we have the anything to do with sales and marketing is under them for now. That's where we have our graphic designer, our content manager. That's where we have another manager there to generally oversee what's going on there. We have our content team. The content team, they are responsible for outdoor shoots and some other things that are more than just social media and all that. Then we also have the executive flow team. That's where all the administrative duties that is not handled by core team is done. We also have the project team. They handle the any project that comes in. So we have our developers, the front end, back end, the DevOps guys, the project managers. That's where we have them. So that's like the basics for now.
Sounds like a huge company, a huge family.
They're good.
That's very impressive. I think we have a lot in common with the kind of companies we run. I also run a tech firm. I have a CTO. Because myself, my main focus has always been project management, right? I still, from time to time, I still code when I'm required to, when it's necessary for me to code. I do that. But project management has always been my thing. I have a CTO, my chief technical officer, who breaks down the project to other team members. I have a UI guy, Ifani, shout out to Ifani. I also have a graphic designer, so I understand the importance of making the work go around so that you don't break down, because the mistake that a lot of Nigerian developers make is you want to do everything just to earn the money, but you end up not delivering the job. Or even when you deliver a subpar job, something that doesn't make sense. On a personal level, right? What challenges have you faced so far in the tech industry, and what did you do to overcome them, or what are you doing to overcome them on a daily basis?
Okay, so like most tech guys, at least for the beginning phase, challenges I had was right mentorship, right pathway, learning pathway, and then after all those were conquered, the main one was now getting clients to work and then get paid. That was a major challenge in the startup phase.
So how did you overcome these challenges?
Okay, how I overcame that phase was then I was in school. I was still in school, and there's something about it might not work for everyone, but there's something about you're trying to drive two things at the same time. In my own case, I was like studying petroleum engineering, and then handling tech at the same time. It was quite overwhelming. So I won't lie, I focused more on the tech part. How to put myself out there. I did a lot of ads. Just kept pushing myself out there in my school, and by God's grace, things started coming in. Signed up on freelance platforms like Upwork, and that was how I was able to solve through that part.
That's really impressive because not a lot of people um, go through this challenge and remain in the tech industry. I know some people that have come after 1 or 2 years, they get frustrated
Yeah,
and they leave because of how challenging the tech world can be. Tech world, tech noisy. People hear the money involved.
yeah,
This guy is
that's
being
what
paid
draws them in.
$5,000 a month, $3,000 a month. This guy, a company fly and go Dubai, a company, But it's not easy. Getting the job is not easy. You have to prove that. Why should they give you the job? You have to prove that you are better than thousands of people then to give you the
Yeah,
job. So sometimes it's not necessarily about your skill. Sometimes it's how you communicate. Sometimes it's how fast you can deliver on the job. Sometimes it's just how transparent you are. So all these things are things I encourage people coming into tech to learn. Now with your team, how do you handle challenges when it comes to your team, the Oudtech, the company? What challenges does the company face on a daily basis? Like the average challenge that you face, like you are sure that any day you get to the office, you must face this particular challenge. Then how do you overcome it?
all right. So earlier when I talked about the team and our structure,
Yeah.
I mentioned the core team at the top of the chain.
Yeah.
So Gospel is our operations manager, our COO, Chief Operations Officer. So he gets to anything that has to do with the operations in and around the company, and he gets to tackle it. And good enough, he's someone who is good at communicating. Good at communicating. So one thing that is usually very very persistent in projects or collaborating with people, devs and all that, is sometimes misunderstandings, and sometimes, let's say in a case where you're working with another dev, and probably the person's method of working or method of coding is not actually tallying with someone else's method. Sometimes it causes clash in projects.
Yeah.
At that point, it brings misunderstanding. So what they just need is if someone who just bring that understanding between them and make everything all right. So Gospel, who is the operations manager, is someone who is very skilled at that. He knows how he just comes in. So a lot of times I'm not always inside the project. I'm not always inside the project. Sometimes I'm like the project manager or assistant project manager. Yeah, so they get to do it. I won't lie, I still learn from them. While all this is going on. Yeah,
that's very important. The guy I was calling my CTO, shout out to Mr. Goodluck. The guy is very, in fact, if that guy were to be in a place like US, at least I can boldly say he will be a senior developer. That's the level he's operating on, and he has been consistent on this journey. When it comes to anything that has to do with the technical part of the job, I let him handle it, because even while I have a little knowledge, it's not compared to what he knows. So it's very good when if this is my company, but you don't let people that know it better than you help you out. You will still stay within a particular circle. You're not moving. You're just there, marking time. But when you let people that know it come and they're willing to help and they're willing to teach you, this is an advice to the younger generations now. Please learn. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. It's only that people don't learn.
Exactly.
Yeah, even old people, they learn. They relearn new things. You learn and unlearn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the most challenging client you've had? Can you just give us like something that happened that you felt that man, if not we forgot, I'm not going to do this tech again. Maybe a client did something or like, what's the most challenging experience you've had?
Personally,
Personally,
I won't say I've had a most challenging client. I don't know how God does it, but somehow we just get to have people who are understanding. I've seen people work on projects where the clients, they're always on their necks and all that kind of stuff. There is a place of pressure, healthy pressure, mounting healthy pressure, but I've seen unhealthy pressure from clients. Yeah, project manager just gets disorganized and is in the group and is trying to ginger everybody and all that stuff. Sometimes it disrupts workflow. But so far, I won't lie, I won't cook up stories. The clients have been having so far, everything has been good.
Thank God.
Depth to understanding and all that.
Yeah, we wish to be like you, because a lot of developers in Nigeria, they've had clients that will make you question everything.
Yeah.
And most times it's kind of their fault. Or sometimes, half of the time it's their fault, where they're indecisive with what they want, or they will come back and change something that affects the scope of the work, the scope of the project. They will come and change something that affects the budget. They will come and change something that even affects the time, the delivery of the project.
Yeah.
And they will not care. They tell me, oh, Mr. X, Mr. Y, this thing is not like this. They just, if you have told them that the delivery date is 30th of September, they expect that by that 30th of September you should deliver. No stories. So it's it's a lot. I understand.
Yeah, but we have structures in place concerning that. Personally, when it comes to clients, I relate to them directly. And before the start of the project, we get the PRD ready. So, and then there are some questions that might erupt mid development and all that kind of stuff. So I get to add things like that in the whole agreement that is done, and I'm like, okay, this is it. In case something like this comes out, what are we going to do? I lay down that foundation before the development gets very serious. So before, if things like that come out, we fall back to the agreement. Okay, this was what we agreed on. Yes, because honestly, one of the reasons why one of the motivation towards building Oudtech was because I had friends who they were working with agencies that were not should I say they were not transparent enough, both in terms of process and in terms of finance. Yes, we're not transparent enough. I've seen some of my guys, then they work jobs that I know that this should be worth something in this range, but then they get paid far less, and sometimes they get the overwork and it's like they are not appreciated. So like, okay, why not, let's start up something. Let's start up our own agency, our own company where these things will be tackled. If you should look through our mission and all that, you see that we specifically mentioned that that like a problem that we are trying to solve. So in our case now, we've laid down measures to make sure that no one gets underpaid, and no one gets that kind of when something wasn't in the scope and then you just bring it up and then everything gets disorganized. Yeah, we have measures put in place to ensure that that is curbed out. So yes, that happens in projects, but in our own side we have things that mitigates things like that. Yeah.
Alright. Thank you so much for that. Solving problems in Nigeria, because it's frankly what we need.
Yeah.
Now, I want to like get your opinion on something, right? This is not directly about Oudtech or about David. This is a general problem you think that tech bros or tech sisters, tech aunties, tech uncles will face in Nigeria. Can you like list some of them? Can you like, and how on your own personal level you've been able to, navigate those challenges? Can you like tell me?
Okay, Firstly, I would see firstly the Nigeria doesn't really, we are not tech inclined in the country. We are not tech inclined as other countries are, right? And I will give you reasons why. Um, for someone, I was talking with someone some days ago, and he said he was with a computer, was it computer science graduate, who he taught how to power on a system. I was I was as shocked as you are, right? A computer science graduate. So now, he's a computer science graduate, and he probably doesn't know much about systems and all
He
that.
won't. He not that he probably he
Because-
wants to know.
Yeah, because I've seen my guys that are computer science students. I've seen some who don't really know what they should know. Being that, firstly, we don't really have curriculums, comprehensive curriculums here.
Teaching them quadrant.
Yeah. Here in Nigeria, that can actually guide them through. So if you notice, most of the people who are doing well in the tech space that we have in Nigeria are people who had to go on their own learning paths.
Yes.
It's not in the Nigerian education system.
Yeah.
So that's the first challenge. If we had a system where, okay, you can go to school, apply for this, and then get really good at it in the school, it would be good. But Nigeria doesn't support that. That aside, okay, now you've gotten the knowledge from your own learning path and all that. You've been certified. The next thing now is to like get. Let's say you want to start getting paid, getting job. You start signing up on freelance platforms and things like that. Then you get your first job. Now they want to pay you, and we don't have payment methods exactly. Nigerian naira is not really supported on those platforms. Then you start signing up for different payment platforms like Cheaper Cash, Grey, and all that kind of stuff. So some people don't really know those platforms yet. So I would say getting paid is also another challenge in the tech space when you're working with foreign clients and all of that. There was a job that one of my friends worked on, and the client was saying he's going to pay through Western Union, and he's not going to pay through any other means. It has to be Western Union, and I know the run around my guy had to do that week to get paid. So that's another challenge in the tech space. Then I would say also support. Recently, I think the support started coming in recently, because people just, when they hear, okay, you're into tech, everyone now in Nigeria has that mentality that now that you're into tech, you're doing well, you just feel like one big guy. But it was not like that initially. The support was not really there. All our parents initially wanted was go and be a doctor,
An engineer.
go and be an engineer.
Lawyer.
Thank you. See those three, they are the major ones.
Those are the major ones.
Doctor, lawyer, engineer. So the support wasn't there initially. Like a child that would say, okay, he just wants to stay home and maybe code and all that stuff, they'll be like, no, go and read your books. But now I think parents now, the Gen Z parents and all that, they are now saying that, okay, there's more in tech than just what they used to know. So I say that those are the major challenges for someone in the tech space now.
Just to add to what you've said, another challenge to that we face as Nigerians, it's like in addition to what you said about the payments. First of all, once you are in Nigeria, even getting a job abroad, it's like a Herculean task.
Very, very.
Like once you know that you are Nigerian, it becomes an issue. Sorry, we don't employ in your region. Thank you for taking the interest to apply. Blah blah blah. We are sorry, we can't continue with you. Even when you get to the last stage of the interview, it happened to me several times. I will say to them, I'll talk. They'll be like, when they once they hear the accent, they're like, oh, okay, this one is African, Nigerian. Oh, okay, we'll get back to you. Next thing you get a mail. Sorry, we won't be. We decided to go with another candidate, and you know that you are well qualified for this job.
They had already talked prices and everything down to the last part. They just asked him, sorry, where are you from? And he said he's a Nigerian.
And
That was the end. They called him a scammer and then they blocked him.
that's it. And the people causing this thing are Yahoo boys.
Exactly.
It's them. No, Yahoo boys. These are the ones causing it. Because tell me why I am qualified for a job, more qualified for a job, but you take it to a Kenyan. Please, this is not. I'm not trying to be tribalist or anything. I'm just saying how it is. They would rather employ a Kenyan that is half as qualified as you are than give you the job as a Nigerian.
Yeah.
And our leaders are not even helping matters. Every day they are being used for the wrongest possible reasons. So they can't even.
Sad.
You can't even. Yeah. And secondly, when you even get the job, you are underpaid. Being that you're Nigerian, so they will, in their head, they will calculate. Okay, if they are paying $10 per hour to someone in America, for example, you that in Nigeria, you can take $5 per hour and shut up. And to a Nigerian, $5 per hour,
he's happy.
He's happy. but you're actually underpaid.
Yeah.
So you calculate, okay, if I work 40 hours a week at 5 times 40, that's $200 a week. In a month, 1.2 million. That's what you're calculating. But you're underpaid. But again, due to the things that happen in our country, the government and everything, that's why it looks as if it's a huge amount of
Yeah.
Then another challenge that we face as tech people in this country is the challenge of power. Light supply, constant power supply. It's just now that some of us are now beginning to have alternative power supply like inverters, batteries. At least it's not something that can power. It's also something that can power your workstation, so that you're working. That's another thing that we face. Then we have the issue of the internet. Just I was discussing with you earlier. I don't want to call any brand, but there's some brand. I don't want to call any brand. But there's some people.
Wonderful guys.
Wonderful guys. Wonderful guys. They are. How will I put it? Some are good. Some are outright. In fact, they are bad. One day I go call name and nothing I will do. they are bad, like really bad. Services are bad. You spend money and buy plan for the month, and that's it.
So we say unlimited.
Unlimited.
How will I be paying for unlimited and you're still capping it?
You're still capping it. You get. So these are the things that you supposed to like look into these things. And make it better for citizens. We are one of the people that pay the highest amounts of data in the world, actually. Someone will say, okay, what if someone in US that pays up to $70 a month? The person has network to enjoy it. I can pay 45,000, 50,000, 57,000, a month, and a particular hour of the day or one small rain falls, network would cease. Especially there's one cable company that they are very notorious with that one. Once it starts raining, network don't go.
These internet service providers.
These ISPs, they are really doing us bad in this country. Then another thing too that most tech people face is the challenge of health, your eyes, your back, sitting for a long time. Well, I'm glad that we are.
I feel attacked.
But you should have an ergonomic chair. You have.
But the thing is, even with the ergonomic chair, if you're there for a very long time,
still no help.
Still
no help, my brother. Still no help. Especially if if you work on the clock. What I mean on the clock is if you are the type that you have to clock in a certain hour and clock out a certain hour, it becomes very it becomes difficult for you, because you know that you're supposed to. They use some of these apps to monitor you to know whether you're working or not. You know how it can be. But this is all right. So what are the tools you are most proficient in when it comes to tech? You personally, what tools are you? I think I did ask. Are you a developer? Are you a project manager? Are you a UI UX designer? Like, what is your, like, if someone should put you on the spot, even let's say you were high, you don't drink, you don't smoke, or you're in coma and they wake you up and say, okay, David, what can you do in the tech? What is that your specific job role? What do you do?
I'm a developer. For some time now, I've been doing the work of a project manager.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Okay, so in your development journey, are you a full stack developer, front end, back end? What do you do? Which of them are you?
I'm a full stack.
Full stack developer.
I'm a full stack.
Okay, what tools or what languages are you most like if you have to handle any project from start to finish? What tools or what project do you think you would do the project in without complaint, without having much difficulties?
Tools or
Language. Yeah, language.
I mostly work with Laravel.
That's a branch of PHP.
Yeah. It's okay. PHP. Yeah. I work with Laravel.
Okay.
Laravel. I know you're expecting to hear React, but
no. I mean, I don't. I've learned not to look down on anyone because any of them can mess you up.
Yeah.
And anyone can make or break you. So I've learned not to look down on anyone.
As long as it gets the job done.
That's just it.
Yeah.
That's just it. I was telling someone, except they have changed. Even Facebook was built on PHP. Facebook, the web version.
Yeah.
If you just later check it, you see it was built on PHP. That's why most times for you to see new thing on Facebook, you have to refresh because it doesn't auto refresh.
Yeah.
You have to refresh. So I have learned not to judge anybody for the language they are using. If you want to use C, but as long as it gets the job done, you want to use C++, no problem. You want to use React, you want to use Flutter, whatever. Just get the job done. Have you done any mobile development before?
Yes, the company.
The company.
Yeah.
Personally, what about?
No, personally, no.
But do you have an idea of mobile development?
No, I don't.
Okay. No, wahala. Then you said you mentioned project management. What tools are you most conversant with when it comes to project management?
Okay, so initially I was a project manager, but based on one or two things, and then I've been learning from we have a very good project manager in the team. Okay. Shout out to Oluchi. He's very good. Yeah, so I've been checking out Trello. Okay. Been checking out Trello, ClickUp. Okay. Yeah, just use them to organize certain tasks and keep track. Yeah. And that's the thing. The thing about project, I can tell you, the thing about project management is all the tools are the same. They are the same. It's just UI interface is different.
Yeah, but they are the same. They do the same things. What you can do on Trello, you can do it on ClickUp, you can do it on Asana, you can do it on there's some other ones. Even people can still use Slack for project management and
Slack
optimize it. Popular. Yeah, and it will work very well. Okay. Have you done anything on CRMs like HubSpot, Thrivecart? Have you those ones?
No, that would be the operations.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I'm really glad we had this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we continue, right? I would want to ask you a few questions. It's more like just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, right? So tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. So we'll start with the most obvious one that I'm sure our audience are itching to hear, right? Android or iPhone? iOS. Okay, I mean you're a developer, so I don't expect anything different. Okay, MacBook or Windows? Mac OS or Windows?
It's hard, but I'll go for MacBook.
Why is it hard? What makes it hard?
Because Windows is cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Windows is cool when you're using certain PCs.
Yeah, of course.
Certain PCs.
Yeah, that's true.
Depends on the processor, the processing power, and all that. So you can enjoy anyone, but we mostly go for Mac OS because it's just they are better in certain ways. But when it comes to compatibility,
Windows is king on that one.
So I know we all have both.
Yeah,
just have both of them.
It's alright. Okay. remote meeting, remote like virtual meeting, or on-site meeting with your team or with clients? What do you prefer?
For clients, remote. For team, on site.
That's understandable. Are you a night owl or an early bird?
Nice. Oh,
Right. Plenty for that one. Nice
well,
owl. Okay. So how do you start? Do you take a coffee or energy drink?
energy drink.
Energy drink.
And then I have sometimes I have some things around.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as and then I have this particular lighting.
Yeah.
If I just turn it on, I can stay there for the longest. I won't feel time pass by.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's good to hear. Okay. So Trello or ClickUp, if you were to choose between the two.
ClickUp.
ClickUp. Yeah, ClickUp is quite easy. My brother.
Actually.
ClickUp. Okay, that's the name. Just click and yeah. ClickUp is good. Shout out to the ClickUp team. It did very well.
Very good, guys.
I did very well. Okay. This one. Do you? Question is coming, boy. It's going there. All right. So, VS Code or S Code?
VS Code.
VS Code. I don't know. Can you run VS Code on MacBook?
Yes.
Okay. But you can't run S Code on Windows.
I haven't tried yet.
I don't think you can. I don't know, but I will have to research. I will have to.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, because I think S Code was specifically made for Mac OS. So. Okay.
But VS Code works perfectly in Mac.
Okay. All right. So if you were to recommend a MacBook for someone, right, and a Windows for someone, like, what would be your recommendations like?
Okay. Firstly, it depends on the person's budget.
So let's assume that we are in a perfect world where the person has any amount of money to buy.
Okay. So perfect world. So for the ones that I've seen people use, right, and I've like touched it and I think M3. MacBook Pro M3. The processing speed is very, very nice. It can handle a lot, especially if you're someone who multitasks.
Yeah.
To handle it seamlessly. Then for Windows, I think Alienware. If you go for Alienware PCs or this MSI gaming PCs, good ones, with all those Nvidia GeForce, would run perfect.
It's just that I love the spec they have when it comes to the gaming PCs, but I don't love the bulk of it. It's not something that you can move easily, right? It's not something you can move easily. Something that before you move, you think, this place I'm going to with this laptop, is it worth it? If I did work out for road, my person hits me for back or something. You know how it is. Gadgets are expensive. Personally, which do you use? Like, which laptop do you use?
I use MacBook Pro. 2017.
Okay. That's the thing about MacBooks is, even when they seem old, they're not really old. They can still
function.
They can still perform. They can still function very well. You know, that's one thing about them. They are very good at what they do.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go, I just want to ask me one or two more questions so that we understand. Now, for people aspiring to come into tech, right? What advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice I have for them is just start. There's no better time to start than now. The more you procrastinate, the more you increase the time span. So just start. Whenever you see an opportunity to learn, just grab it. Just grab it. There's no perfect time. If you're waiting for the perfect time, it won't come. Just start. Because I started with WordPress. Funny enough, the way everything went is really quite funny. because it was around that coronavirus period.
Yeah.
My parents paid 20K for me. And another thing, the whole excuse of I don't have gadgets, I don't have a laptop. That's what I was telling someone last night. You don't have to have anything to start.
Mm.
Just start. I didn't have a laptop. No one in my house had a laptop. But they paid 20,000 naira. I went to learn web design. That was web development. That was what they called it. And then it was with WordPress without code, web development without code.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flourish ICT. Yeah. So I went there, I learned it. Right. I didn't have a system. All the assignments, I go home, I'm not practicing anything. It was a year later that I got to use WordPress to actually handle the first thing I did. Right, and then the rest is history. How I transitioned from using WordPress to actually coding is the rest is history. But the process was I started without a laptop. I started without the whole gadgets that people feel they need. All I had was just the determination, and then the opportunity came. I grabbed it, and now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have a friend. Shout out to Steven. He based on the kind of work he does, right? The having a laptop and having time to learn was an issue. But I encourage him. Tell him that, bro, just start something. Start, learn, and he's learning. He doesn't have a laptop yet, but that has not stopped him. He's learning, so it's important. Whatever you put your mind to, you can. I mean, just like learning how to drive. You don't necessarily need to own a car. You can go to driving school and learn.
Yeah.
My journey in tech. Okay, I always wanted, like I said, petroleum engineering. That was what my dad wanted me to study. But personally, they tend to go study petroleum engineering. They failed chemistry for secondary school.
Wrong.
I was telling it with so much pride. Like I didn't even care. Then I came out from secondary school. I applied to Uniport, Photo. I wanted to do architecture or civil engineering. But somehow I found myself studying information technology. Graduated in 2016, 2017, and I didn't practice then. So my practice I was just doing small projects, handle this, handle that. But I entered the tech industry mainly 2018. 2 years later, 2018, from encouragement from my boss, Mr. Gotsam. Shout out, boss. That was when I started fully. That's when the name Godwire Technologies came to me, and I ran with it. So it's the important thing, like you said, just start. Don't they're saying that when a person wake up in the morning, just start. Don't delay. All right. So do you offer training opportunities to people that might want to learn from you? People that have seen us, okay, I feel like I might learn a lot from this guy. Do you have training opportunities for them?
Yeah, the company we do offer for the last 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks we had a training, a 2-week training. First week we taught UI UX design. Second week we handled web development introduction basically, but everyone at the end of each class was able to do something on their own. And we've built a platform, a learning platform, and we are still building. We are still building an ecosystem. When we talked about some people, when they go into tech, getting clients is hard and all that kind of stuff. So we are building an ecosystem where you come, you learn, you access courses on your dashboard, and you can track your progress and everything. Then you get quiz, you write projects and all that. When you pass, you move to the internship phase. You work on projects. When you're vetted good enough, you move to professional, and then you see jobs there waiting for you. They have the client part to where clients sign up and then post their jobs, and then so we are trying to. These are things we've seen, problems we've seen in the tech space. So it's an ecosystem and we are building it. The learners part is already ready. So yeah, academy.oudtechnologies.com. Can go there, you see courses, and yeah.
All right. So if we want to contact you or contact the company, how do we go about it?
Okay, to contact us, you can go through our social media channels. Oud Technologies, no spaces, right? Oud Technologies, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or you can go through oudtechnologies.com, right? Go to the contact section and you'd contact us from there.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much, Mr. David, for taking the time to be here.
Thank you, Gordon.
We really appreciate you at Body White Technologies. My team and everyone is really happy to be here, and we hope to get to partner with you on projects going forward.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Let's Talk Tech with Body White. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Also, please, for those that have jobs, no matter how little you think it might be, and those that want to take your businesses online, it's not to answer CEO on WhatsApp. Then when we search you, we are not seeing you. You should have every business in Nigeria, every business you're running should have a website. Even if it's a one-page site, you need it. So reach out to Mr. David and his team, Oudtech Technologies, and of course, they will leave a lasting impression on you, just like the oud perfume does.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for being part of this, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.